Well, hello again, everyone. Professor Profit coming to you from Craps University, and we've got a neat little crap strategy for you this evening. This one's called the new 5 count. Now, you may remember the old 5 count where you qualify a shooter by having them throw the dice 5 times before you start wagering any money on that particular shooter. Well, this uses that same strategy somewhat. We do start betting immediately, but we get out of the hand after 5 rolls. And the reason we do that is, as you know, every 6th roll on average is big red. So we're going to try to be out of dodge with our money before big red shows up. So let's head on down to the felt and we'll show you exactly how this is bet, exactly what the progression is, and exactly how we get out of the hand with our profits. So let's head on down to the felt now. We'll explain it to you. Roll the bones, take a peek. See you down there shortly. Okay, everyone, down here on the felt, and we're getting ready to roll out our new 5 count strategy. Now what we're trying to do is get out before that 6th roll, get out of the hand. As everyone who's played craps for a very long knows, every 6th roll is expected to be a 7 on average. Of course, that can vary, but we're going to go with the average of 1 in 6 rolls or a 7. So we're going to be out after a 5 count roll. So how we do this, we'll get a number established. First of all, we've got a $1,500 bankroll. We get a number established, and once we do, we'll do some place bets. Say the number is 6. That would be our first roll, and we're going to use the black chips here to help us keep track of how many rolls there are. Now, once we get a number established, we're going to go ahead. This is a $10 table, by the way. And we'll go 10 on the 4 and 10, and then 20 on the 5 and 9, and 30 on the 6 and 8. Now, in addition to that, we've already got a number established, so we're going to put a $25 don't come bet. I don't have a don't come on my playfield, so we're going to put it on the come line here to signify a don't come bet. So let's say it rolls and that number is a 10. Well, of course, the DC would move to the 10, and that would be our next roll. So it'd be 2 rolls out of the 5. We would get paid on the 10. And so our third roll would be, say it's an 8, we would get paid on that. And then our 4th roll would be a 5, we'd get paid on that. And then our 5th roll would be a 9, and we would get paid on that. Now that's 5 rolls. After that 5th roll, we would take all of these down, get them out of harm's way, and we would that would protect our winnings. And then we would take one of these and move it to whatever number is the DC. So now we're in a position where if we hit the 10, we will lose the DC bet for 25. But we would get paid double on that, and we would still come out ahead. So as long as we can get some average rolls, we should be okay. If we get the 0.7 ounce, just like any strategy, we're going to be in trouble. And again, we're going to use the black chips to kind of keep track of how many rolls we have per shooter. So we've got our $1,500 buy-in, 1,000 in the green, 100 in the red, and then 400 in the black chips. So let's go ahead and get a number established with our first roll, and that's the 5, 4, and 9. So that's our first roll. The puck will go to the 9, and we'll get our bets out now. And again, that's 10 on the 4 and 10, 20 on the 5 and the 9, and then 30 on the 6 and 8. In addition, we're going to do a DC bet on the playfield here. Again, it'll be on the come line there since we don't have a don't come box on the playfield. And we're ready for our second roll. Here we go. And there's the 4-1-5, so we'll move the chip, so we'll keep up with that. That's a $20 bet, so that'll pay 28. So let's go 25. And 3 will be 28. And we'll put that in the rack over here. And let's see, that was 5, so the DC will go to the 5. And we are ready to roll. It doesn't make much sense to still have the 5 up there on the light side. So since we got on the dark side, let's go ahead and take that down. And that'll be, that was our third roll, so we'll move another black chip there. And we're ready to go. Here we go. So there's the 4-2-6 easy. So that'll pay $35. So we'll take that and rack it. And that's our fourth roll. So here we go. Here's roll number 5. And that's the 7 out. So we do win 25 there, but we lose the rest of it. So let's see if that was a winner or a loser on that particular shooter. I think we probably lost a little money there. So there's 1,000, 1,400. So yeah, we're short some there. So let's go ahead and wait a minute. We got 2 more here. Yeah, we're short a little bit, but it's a very little bit. So let's stay at the same level where we were. So button comes off, new shooter, and we've got a 5. So that's our first roll. And let's just stay at the same level, and we'll come out with the same bets, 30 on the 6 and 8, 20 on the 5 and 9. All right, 4, 10 on the 4 and 10. Let's get some change. And then we'll put our DC bet out. And we're ready to go. And that's the 6, 4, 10. So DC will move to the 10. This one will pay $18 on the 10. So we'll pay that out. Take the 10 down since that's the DC number. We'll move a chip. So that's our second roll. Keep that in our minds. And try to rack up this mess a little bit. Okay, so that's 2 rolls. And on to roll 3. Here we go. And there's the 3-2, the no field 5. So that'll pay $28. And let's do 30 for 2. So that's roll number 3. Let's rack this up. And roll number 4. And there's the 6, 3, 9. So that's another $28 win. And let's do the 30 for 2 again. And that's 4 rolls. So this will be our 5th and final roll. And before we take everything down. So here we go. And there's the AC-doocy. So that doesn't help us any. But that is roll 5. So everything comes down and goes back into the rack as we protect our profits. So let's get those racked up. Okay, let me get another rack out here. Put this one on this side. Okay, now we're going to move one of these to the 10. And like I said, what we're looking at now, if we throw a 10, we'll win. If we 7 out, we'll break even. So free rolling here. You always like to be in that position. So here we go. There's the 3, 1, 4. And the 6, 4, 10. All right. So we win 50 and lose 1 or lose 25. And let's pay the VIG on that. And let's see, we're still working. So we're just going to sit on the sidelines till we either hit a 5 or 7 out. There's this 5-1-6. And there's the 4-1-5. So that's a winner 5. And so now we start over. Okay, coming out. So there's a 639. That'll be the number. That's our first roll. And let's get our bets down now. It's 10 on the 4, 20 on the 5 and 9, and 10 on the 10, and then 30 on the 6 and 8. And then a don't come bet. And we're ready to go. Now, of course, this is where we are at our most vulnerable. If we hit a 7 here, we lose everything, and that'd be a pretty tough hit. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Here's roll 2, and there's a 6, 2, 8, 8 easy. So this will move to the 8. This will pay 35, and we'll take the 8 down since that's the dark side bet now. Rack all this up, and that's our second roll. So we'll move a chip over there, and let's go again. So there's another 5, 3, 8. So we lose the DC, and we only give them one shot at that. So that's roll 3, and let's come back up with our 6 now, and see if we can get it back here. Roll 4. That's the 6, 4, 10. So that will pay $18. So 15, 16, 17, 18. And that's our fourth roll. And here's roll number 5. So that's the 6 hard, the double 3s. So that's a $35 payout. And we'll go ahead and take everything down now. That's 5 rolls. And we're going to let this shooter come to a decision here. Win or lose. And then we'll just wait for the next shooter. As soon as this shooter either hits his number or 7's out, we'll go on to the next one. So there's the hard 6 again. 3 craps. 5, 1, 6 easy. Horse and buggy, no field 5. Sunflowers, 10 hard. 6 easy, 2 by 4. And there's the winner 9. All right. So coming out, let's move these back over where they need to be. Come out roll 1. All right, there's the sunflowers again, 10 hard. So now we'll come out with 30 on the 6 and 8. 20 on the 5 and 9. And 10 on the 4. 25 DC bet. We'll move the chip over so we'll know one roll's been gone. And we're rolling. Here we go. Ooh, and there's a 7-1 or the 6-1, 7 out at the worst possible time. So that's 75, 95, 115, $135 hit on that one. So 0.7 outs are killers on this strategy, just as they are on any of them. So back to the next shooter. Get these out of the way. Button comes down. We're coming out. And there's a 6, 2, 8 easy. So now we go up to the next level. And that means $20 on the 4 and the 10. Get some change. All right, so 20 be $40 now on the 5 and the 9. And $60 on the 6 and the 8. All right, and $50 on the DC. And let's move the chip over so we know we've thrown once. And here we go. Okay, there's the 2 by 4, 6 easy. So the DC goes to the 6. The 6 pays $70. We'll pay that off. And we're going to bring down the 6 because it's on the dark side, so I don't want to bet both sides just yet. And that's our second roll, so let's move that over and roll them again. Here we go. And there's a 325, so that's a $40. That'll pay 56. So there's 55, 56, and that's roll 3. So we'll put that in the rack. And we're rolling again. Roll 4. And there's the 10 easy. Roll 4. And that's 15. So that'll pay 27. So we'll do 30 for 3. No, excuse me, that should be $20 there. So that will pay, that'd be a buy bet, so that'll pay 40 less the VIG, so it'll be 38, I think. So that's 30, 40, and get the VIG. And that's roll 4, so here's roll 5. And that's a 3-2 no field 5. So that's $40, so that's 56 once again. Pay that off, rack it up, and bring everything down now. Okay, everybody, it was right here that the microphone, the cordless mic I was using, failed me. So from here on out, we're going to go with a wired mic. And unfortunately, this is just be a voiceover video from here to the end because obviously I won't be rolling these again. I didn't realize the microphone had gone out until I was checking the video to be sure everything worked correctly. So that is why you will not hear any of the background noises, the chips, the dice, anything else from here on out. So let's go ahead and pick up where we left off and go from here. So here we go. And looks like we're picking up everything and racking it as we've completed our five count. And what we're going to do, we're going to put bet the light side against the dark side here and protect our profits. And we're looking for a 6, and that would be a win for us. So we are going to have the 6 working here on the light side since the dark side is working, and we want to protect that. And there's the 4-3-7 out, so we lose our $60 bet, but we win our $50 don't come bet. So that's a net $10 loss. So okay, that was our shooter there. So we're going to start over now and get a point established, move the chips back over so we can keep count with where we are. And there's the 6-3-9, so we'll move the puck to the 9 and get our first bet out. So we bet across again, 10 on the 4, 20 on the 5. 20 on the 9, 10 on the 10, and then of course 30 on the 6 and 8. Now that's 2 rolls for this shooter, and there's the hard 10. That's the 3rd roll. We should have had the DC bet up. We forgot to do that. So there it is, and hard 10. So that'll pay us 18 on the 10. And then the quarter will move to the 10. The don't come will move to the 10. So we'll take the 10 down to get it out of the way since we're not betting both sides, obviously. And let's get that next roll. So there's a 6, 4, 10. And just like that, the DC goes away. We will not replace that, but we'll go ahead and replace the light side. Get that back up, and we're rolling. Here we go. And there's a square pair of the hard 8. So that'll help out. That'll be a $35 payout. And that is roll number 4. So this will be our final roll from this shooter. And there's a 6, 2, 8, 8 easy. And so that'll be another $35 payout. So that's a nice hit on that one. And now let's take everything down. And then we'll roll it out. Here we go. So 9 or big red, either one be okay. We don't have any money at risk. We have all our profits locked up for this shooter, and that's a good thing. So there's 6, 2, 8. And there's the sunflowers. Here's the boxcars, lots of dots. And more dots. If we can do it again, we'll get a Yahtzee. So there's a 6, 3 center field 9. That's the winner. And so now we can get our chips moved back over. Tell you what, let's go ahead and then wrap this thing up. I think we've seen enough. We had a $1,500 buy-in. We've got $1,100 in the blue, or in the green and the red, and another $400 in the black. So that's our buy-in, and the rest of this will be our profit. There's $100, $200 in the greens. See how many reds we got? That's $25, $50, $75, $285. So that's $287 profit on the new 5-count strategy. So $1,500 buy-in, $287 profit. That's a pretty nice return. That's a good session right there. So the new 5-count strategy. So please leave a comment. Let us know what you think of that. We hope you enjoyed it. And I think that's one you should be testing and see if you like it also. So that is the new 5-count strategy. Well, that was a pretty nice session there, a $1,500 buy-in and a almost $300 win. So that's just an excellent day in the casino, bellied up at the craps table. So that is the new 5-count strategy. I do hope you enjoyed that. If you did, we ask that you give us the old thumbs up, and that way we'll know that you're enjoying these videos. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to the Craps University channel, we would ask you to do so at this time. We would love having you part of the student body here at Craps University. We're offering full ride scholarships, so it costs you absolutely nothing. And we have a lot of fun here discussing craps every Sunday and roulette every Wednesday. So consider joining up with Craps University. Once again, we thank you for watching, and I hope you'll come back and visit with us once again. So this is Professor Profit coming to you from Craps University, and if you're out there rolling those bones this week, we wish you nothing but the best of luck, and may all your rolls be winners. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.